Here are 101 facts about Ducati, and yes, we're covering everything from their radio origins to why their maintenance costs more than the bike itself. Ducati's surprising origins. Number 1. Think you know Ducati? Here's something that shocks even motorcycle experts. Ducati wasn't born making motorcycles at all. In 1926, three brothers named Adriano, Bruno, and Marcello Ducati started a company making radio components. Yes, radio components. Their company became one of Italy's most sophisticated electronics manufacturers. Number 2. Riding a Ducati V-twin is a multi-sensory experience. The distinctive potato-potato exhaust note is engineered to be recognizable even before the bike comes into view, while the 90-degree engine layout creates a unique pulsing sensation through the seat and handlebars. Number 3. The Cucciolo engine was Ducati's first motorized product, a tiny 48cc clip-on engine for bicycles whose name means puppy in Italian because its distinctive exhaust note sounded like a barking dog. Over 200,000 were sold by 1950. Number 4. Ducati didn't build a complete motorcycle until the 60cc model in 1949, making them relative newcomers to motorcycle manufacturing compared to brands like Triumph and Harley Davidson, who had been building complete motorcycles for decades. Number 5. The legendary engineer Fabio Taglioni joined Ducati in 1954 and revolutionized the company with his desmodromic valve system, which physically closes valves with cams rather than springs, allowing engines to rev higher with more precise valve control. Number 6. Ducati's desmodromic valve system requires specialized maintenance costing up to $1,500 every 15,000 miles. Yet enthusiasts consider this premium a worthwhile trade for the system's unique performance benefits, a commitment that separates casual riders from dedicated Ducatisti. Number 7. Ducati's original factory was heavily bombed during World War II, destroying nearly everything, but the company rebuilt and pivoted from electronics to motorcycles during Italy's post-war mobility crisis, when Italians desperately needed affordable transportation. Number 8. In 1972, British rider Paul Smart won the legendary Imola 200 race on a Ducati 750 Imola Desmo, a victory that established Ducati as a serious performance motorcycle manufacturer and initiated the company's racing legacy. Number 9. The iconic Ducati L-twin engine layout, with cylinders at 90 degrees forming an L shape, creates the brand's distinctive exhaust sound and torque characteristics while allowing better cooling than a traditional V-twin configuration where both cylinders sit at the front. Number 10. Despite its prestigious image, Ducati narrowly avoided bankruptcy in the early 1990s and was sold to Texas Pacific Group in 1996 for just $325 million, beginning a tumultuous period of multiple ownership changes. Number 11. The 1973 750 Supersport Desmo, inspired by Paul Smart's racing success, is considered one of the most influential motorcycles ever made, establishing the template for modern sport bikes with its combination of racing technology and production practicality. Number 12. Ducati split into two companies in 1953, Ducati Meccanica for motorcycles and Ducati Elettronica for electronics. The electronics division eventually became a separate company that still exists today, manufacturing electronic components with no connection to the motorcycle brand. Number 13. The 750 GT, Ducati's first big twin, launched in 1971, marking the company's entry into larger displacement motorcycles after years of focusing on smaller singles that rarely exceeded 250cc. Number 14. By the 1930s, Ducati was Bologna's largest employer, with 5,000 workers manufacturing radios, cameras, and other precision electronic equipment, a technological powerhouse decades before producing their first complete motorcycle. Number 15. The 1955 Mariano 125 Grand Sport became an instant racing legend under Taglioni's engineering leadership, winning the prestigious Milano-Taranto race and establishing Ducati's competition credentials with performance that outclassed much larger machines. Ducati's most iconic models. Number 16. The 750 Imola Desmo, raced by Paul Smart, won the 1972 Imola 200, launching Ducati's racing legend against much larger Japanese competitors, who were shocked when the little Italian company embarrassed them on home turf. Number 17. In 1994, legendary designer Massimo Tamburini created what many consider the most beautiful motorcycle ever made, the iconic Ducati 916. But when first released, it actually faced serious skepticism because it was slower in a straight line than its predecessor. Number 18. What Tamburini understood was that motorcycles needed to evolve beyond just straight line speed. The 916 2016 introduced two design elements that would become Ducati signatures: a gorgeous single-sided swing arm showing off the rear wheel like jewelry, and underseat exhausts that cleaned up the profile. Number 19. If the 916 was intimidating, its smaller sibling, the 748, offered the same gorgeous design with a more forgiving character. With a smaller engine producing softer power delivery, it actually became more successful in supersport racing than the 916 was in superbike. Number 20. The 916's most controversial feature: those distinctive stacked headlights that enthusiasts either loved or hated. But even this polarizing design served a technical purpose. The compact arrangement created lower drag while allowing engineers to position the air intakes exactly where they needed them. Number 21. The 916 successors, the 996 and 998, prove that sometimes you don't mess with perfection. Ducati wisely retained Tamburini's iconic silhouette while methodically improving everything under the fairings. More power? Absolutely. Better handling? Without question. Number 22. The 851 Superbike introduced 4-valve heads and fuel injection, technologies that transformed Ducati from exotic boutique bikes to competitive superbikes capable of challenging Japanese manufacturers on the world stage rather than just looking beautiful in showrooms. Number 23. Ducati's pioneering adoption of electronic fuel injection on the 851 and 888 models pushed performance forward but came with growing pains. Early riders faced cold start issues and unpredictable throttle response that mechanics nicknamed Italian character. Number 24. The 851 and 888 superbikes introduced fuel injection and liquid cooling, bringing Ducati into the modern era of motorcycle technology while retaining the desmodromic valve system that remained the company's engineering signature and philosophical differentiator. Number 25. The 888 won multiple World Superbike titles in the early 1990s, proving the effectiveness of Ducati's technological reinvention and establishing the racing pedigree that would become central to the brand's identity and marketing for decades to come. Number 26. Ducati's monster naked bike, created in 1993 when designer Miguel Galusi stripped down a supersport model, was initially considered a side project with projected sales of just 1,000 units per year. Executives saw it as a styling exercise, not a potential bestseller. Number 27. The monster accounted for over 50% of Ducati's sales worldwide in the 2000s and is credited with saving the company from financial collapse. This part's been special, created from existing components, became more important to Ducati's survival than any of their flagship superbikes. Number 28. The Monster S4R was the first monster with a superbike engine, creating a high-performance naked bike category that combined the raw acceleration of race-bred engines with the comfort and practicality of an upright riding position, something Japanese manufacturers would later copy extensively. Number 29. The Monster 696 was a bestseller for entry-level riders, bringing many new customers to the Ducati brand with its more accessible power, lower seat height, and reduced maintenance costs compared to the company's high-strung performance models. Number 30. The Panigale V4, launched in 2018, marked a controversial departure from 45 years of L-twin tradition. Ducati's first mass-produced 4-cylinder superbike ignited heated debates among purists who considered the V4 engine not a real Ducati despite its racing success. Number 31. Engineers faced the challenge of creating a V4 that still delivered the distinctive character and torque that defined the brand, resulting in the unique twin-pulse firing order that makes the V4 sound and feel remarkably like a twin while producing significantly more horsepower. Number 32. The Multistrada Vi4 is the first production motorcycle with front and rear radar for adaptive cruise control and blind spot detection, bringing automotive safety technology to motorcycles and establishing Ducati as a technical innovator beyond pure performance metrics. Number 33. The Diavel, launched in 2011, is a power cruiser with sport bike DNA that created an entirely new category of performance cruiser. With the riding position of a cruiser but the handling and power of a sport bike, it confused journalists who couldn't decide how to classify it. Number 34. The Street Fighter V4 is one of the world's most powerful naked bikes, essentially a Panigale V4 without fairings, putting 208 horsepower in an upright riding position that motorcycle journalists have described as trying to hold onto a missile during hard acceleration. Number 35. The 199 Superleggera was a limited production superbike with a magnesium frame and carbon fiber components that weighed just 368 pounds while producing over 200 horsepower, performance figures that rivaled MotoGP race bikes of the era. Engineering revolution. Number 36. The Desmo system allows for higher revs and more precise valve control because valves are mechanically closed rather than relying on springs that can float at high RPMs. This solution to valve float was developed when spring metallurgy couldn't keep up with engine performance. Number 37. Each Panigale V4 R homologation special cost Ducati approximately 15,000 to 20,000 euros more to build than its retail price, a deliberate financial loss on 500 required units that the company considers an essential marketing investment rather than a profit center. Number 38. Ducati's iconic L-twin engine layout delivers distinctive character but transfers considerable heat to riders' legs, a feature that becomes particularly noticeable during summer city riding where temperatures can reach uncomfortable levels and has been affectionately called the Ducati leg warmer effect. Number 39. The Super Quattro engine in the Panigale series has the most over-square design in production motorcycles with a bore-to-stroke ratio exceeding 1.5 to 1, creating an engine that revs extraordinarily high but requires frequent shifting to maintain optimum power. Number 40. Ducati's carbon fiber components offer extraordinary strength-to-weight ratios but come with a hidden cost. They must be carefully inspected after any impact, as damage can be difficult to detect visually yet compromise structural integrity in ways that could lead to catastrophic failure. Number 41. Ducati's electronic rider aids have evolved from basic traction control to sophisticated packages with cornering ABS, wheelie control, and slide control, systems that allow riders to safely approach performance limits that would have been dangerous just a decade ago. Ducati's racing triumphs. Number 42. When you watch Ducati dominating MotoGP races today, it's hard to imagine they once couldn't buy a win, but Ducati's 2007 MotoGP World Championship with Casey Stoner came after 4 years of embarrassing failures and development struggles. Number 43. Engineers had created what they privately called a rocket that couldn't turn. A bike with more power than anything on the grid, but handling so unpredictable that riders would come back to the pits white-knuckled and wide-eyed. Testing data looked promising. Race results were disastrous. Number 44. What makes this story remarkable is that Ducati was competing against Japanese giants with roughly 10 times their development budget. Honda and Yamaha had hundreds of engineers. Ducati had dozens. The Italian David was taking on multiple Japanese Goliaths. Number 45. After its 2007 championship, Ducati endured a decade-long drought in MotoGP despite signing multiple world champions including Valentino Rossi. The bike's unique characteristics made it notoriously difficult for riders to adapt to compared to more conventional Japanese designs. Number 46. The company has won the Isle of Man TT multiple times. Impressive for a brand primarily known for circuit racing rather than the unique demands of the world's most dangerous road race, where reliability is often more crucial than outright performance. Number 47. How dominant is Ducati in World Superbike? They've captured over 400 individual race victories, a number so enormous that it's nearly double their closest competitor. Every single weekend at racetracks around the world, Ducati bikes are statistically the most likely to win. Number 48. When it comes to production-based racing, no brand comes close to Ducati's utter dominance in World Superbike. The numbers are staggering: 18 manufacturer championships and 15 rider titles. That's more manufacturer titles than all other brands combined. Number 49. Ducati won the Paris-Dakar Rally twice in 1990 and 1991 with the Kagiva Elephant, powered by a Ducati 900cc engine, a shocking achievement in off-road racing for a brand known for road racing, and something many diehard Ducatisti don't even realize. Number 50. The Desmo Sedici RR was the first street-legal MotoGP replica, allowing well-heeled enthusiasts to experience genuine Grand Prix technology on public roads. If they could afford the $72,500 price tag and find one of the 1,500 examples produced. Limited editions and rare Ducatis. Number 51. The Superleggera V4 is a limited edition superbike with carbon fiber frame and wheels that weighs just 159 kilograms dry while producing 234 horsepower with a race kit, creating a power-to-weight ratio that exceeds many supercars, costing 5 times its price. Number 52, Ducati's Senna editions honor Formula One legend Ayrton Senna, a Ducati enthusiast who had arranged to promote the brand before his tragic death. These special models in distinctive gray livery are among the most collectible modern Ducatis, commanding significant premiums on the used market. Number 53, the 998 Bayliss and Bostrom editions honored world superbike champions with special graphics and upgraded components, creating instant collector items that many owners never rode, instead preserving them as investments that have appreciated significantly over time. Number 54, Ducati's Paul Smart limited edition commemorates the 1972 Imola win with period-correct silver blue paint and retro styling, combined with modern components, creating a bike that looks vintage but performs like a modern machine, satisfying both nostalgia and performance desires. Number 55, the Sport 1000 and GT 1000 were retro-styled modern classics produced from 2006 to 2010, channeling 1970s design with modern reliability. They were discontinued just before the retro motorcycle trend exploded in popularity, making them particularly rare. Number 56, the Ducati For You program offers bespoke bike builds with personalized components, colors, and materials, creating one-of-a-kind motorcycles for the most discerning collectors who want exclusivity beyond even limited production models, with price tags to match their uniqueness. Ducati culture and community. Number 57. Ever wonder who actually buys all these Italian stallions? The typical Ducati owner isn't who you might expect. According to industry data, the average Ducatisti is a 43-year-old university-educated male with a household income exceeding $120,000 annually. Number 58. That's a demographic profile more similar to Porsche owners than typical motorcyclists. In fact, Ducati owners are 3.4 times more likely to also own premium brands like Apple and Rolex compared to riders of other motorcycles, revealing a lifestyle pattern beyond just transportation. Number 59, and they need that income because Ducati ownership isn't just expensive up front, it's a financial commitment for the long haul. Maintenance costs typically run 30 to 40% higher than Japanese alternatives, with famous desmodromic valve adjustments hitting $1,500 at service intervals. Number 60, Ducati's headquarters and main factory remain in Borgo Panigale, Bologna, where motorcycles have been produced since 1946. The location has become so synonymous with the brand that Ducatis are sometimes referred to as Borgo Panigale twins by enthusiasts. Number 61, the Ducati Museum in Bologna attracts thousands of visitors annually, displaying everything from rare historical models to championship-winning race bikes. A pilgrimage site for motorcycle enthusiasts from around the world seeking to connect with the brand's heritage and racing success. Number 62, the DRE, Ducati Riding Experience. Schools teach advanced riding skills under professional instruction, allowing owners to safely explore their bikes' capabilities on racetracks while developing techniques specifically suited to Ducati's unique handling characteristics and power delivery. Number 63, the 1957 175T was the first Ducati to circle the globe, ridden by 2 employees across 5 continents, demonstrating that these performance machines could also be reliable for long-distance travel decades before adventure bikes became popular. Number 64, the Ducati World Theme Park opened at Mirabilandia in 2019, featuring motorcycle-themed attractions, including a racing roller coaster designed to simulate a Panigale F4 experience. The first motorcycle-branded section of an amusement park and a testament to the brand's cultural impact. Best kept secrets. Number 65. In the 1960s, Ducati created the Apollo, a massive 1,260cc V4 prototype designed for American police departments that was the world's most powerful motorcycle at the time, producing 100 horsepower when most bikes made less than half that. Number 66. The Apollo project was abandoned after tire technology of the era couldn't handle the engine's unprecedented power, causing dangerous high-speed failures during testing. The single prototype survives in the Ducati Museum, a fascinating glimpse of what might have been 50 years before the Panigale F4. Number 67. Ducati's electrical systems were notoriously unreliable throughout the 1980s and 1990s, with wiring and regulator or rectifier failures so common that many eventually owners preemptively replaced these components, leading to the joke that Joseph Lucas, Prince of Darkness from British Motorcycles, had an Italian cousin at Ducati. Number 68. Ducati's Dream Tour offers guided rides in Italy on factory bikes, combining spectacular roads, gourmet meals, and luxury accommodations with the opportunity to experience different models in their spiritual homeland. The ultimate vacation for Ducatisti wanting the full Italian experience. Number 69. The 450 RT was Ducati's first motocross bike, launched in 1971, a largely forgotten model that competed in a segment completely different from the road racing that would later define the brand. Fewer sold and even fewer survive today. Number 70. Ducati briefly produced scooters in the 1950s and 60s with models like the Cruiser and Brio, practical transportation options that bore little resemblance to the performance machines that would later define the brand and are now highly collectible due to their rarity. Number 71. The Silver Shotgun was a rare 1970s special edition with distinctive metallic silver paint that has become highly sought after by collectors. With limited production numbers and striking aesthetics, well-preserved examples can command prices exceeding $50,000 at specialty auctions. Number 72. Not every Ducati became a legend. The Indiana Cruiser was the company's greatest commercial failure, with fewer than 800 units sold between 1986 and 1990 in an unsuccessful attempt to challenge Harley Davidson on its home turf with a bizarre Italian interpretation of American cruiser styling. Number 73. Ducati's 400 SS was a Japan-only model for licensing restrictions, creating a smaller version of the iconic supersport that's now highly sought after by collectors worldwide, precisely because it was never officially exported from Japan, creating a gray market for these rare machines. Number 74. The 125 Sport was a popular 1950s entry-level bike with a distinctive pressed steel frame rather than the tubular designs that would later become Ducati hallmarks, representing a completely different engineering approach from what the company would become famous for. Number 75. Ducati's Desma Quattro engine powered superbikes from the 1990s to 2000s, combining the Desmodromic valve system with 4-valve heads to create engines that could rev higher and produce more power than conventional designs while maintaining Ducati's distinctive character. Number 76. The 848 Evo was a popular middleweight sport bike with the perfect balance of power and handling for real-world roads rather than racetracks, earning a devoted following among riders who found the larger superbikes too extreme for everyday use in canyon carving. Number 77. The 1999 championship winning the 999R was a homologation special for World Superbike with only 500 units produced worldwide, featuring engine internals nearly identical to the race bikes and bodywork optimized for aerodynamic efficiency rather than traditional beauty. Number 78. Ducati's engineering precision extended beyond motorcycles in unexpected ways. In the 1960s, the company manufactured surgical instruments as a side business, bringing the same mechanical precision from engines to medicine with tools that required similar tolerances and material quality. Number 79. The 1985 750 F1 was a race replica for the road developed by Fabio Taglioni before his retirement, a raw, uncompromising sport bike that's now considered the last pure expression of his engineering philosophy and highly prized by collectors. Number 80. The Passo 750 was the first Ducati with a fully enclosed fairing, designed by Massimo Tamburini before his more famous 916. Its fully enclosed engine was revolutionary for the time, but controversial among traditionalists who preferred seeing the mechanical components. Number 81. Ducati's sales are primarily international. Only about 12% of production is sold in Italy, with North America and Asia accounting for over 50% of the company's business. Despite its Italian identity, Ducati is truly a global brand with distribution in over 90 countries. Number 82. The company's engine naming conventions often refer to physical characteristics. Testa stretta means narrow head for its compact combustion chamber design, while Super Quadro refers to the extreme over-square bore-to-stroke ratio that allows for higher revs and more power. Number 83. Ducati's DVT, Desmodromic Variable Timing System, introduced on the Multistrada in 2015, was revolutionary. The first variable valve timing system adapted to work with Desmodromic valve actuation, allowing for both high-end power and low-end torque that previous Ducatis had sacrificed. Number 84. The Ducati 999, designed by Pierre Terblanche to replace the beloved 916, was initially rejected by many Ducati fans for its angular styling, though it proved even more successful on the racetrack than its predecessor, showing that function trumped form. Number 85. The company's racing team uses wind tunnels and computational fluid dynamics for MotoGP development, applying aerospace technology to motorcycle design for advantages measured in thousandths of a second, with technologies that eventually transfer to production models years later. Number 86. Ducati was the first motorcycle manufacturer to offer a complete range of aftermarket performance parts through their Ducati Performance division, allowing owners to customize their bikes with factory-engineered components, rather than relying on third-party suppliers with uncertain quality control. Number 87. The company's Ducati Corse Racing division runs factory efforts in MotoGP and World Superbike with a combined annual budget estimated at 60 million euros, a substantial sum but still significantly less than Japanese competitors spend on their racing programs. Number 88. Ducati's Skyhook electronic suspension adapts to road conditions in real time, adjusting damping characteristics based on accelerometer data that detects changes in the road surface, creating the sensation that the bike is suspended from an imaginary point in the sky, hence the name. Number 89. The Multistrada name means many roads in Italian, reflecting the model's versatility across different riding environments, a concept that was revolutionary when introduced in 2003 when motorcycles typically specialized in a single riding discipline rather than mastering multiple ones. Number 90. The Superleggera V4 is Ducati's most extreme production motorcycle, featuring a carbon fiber frame, swing arm, and wheels that contribute to its remarkable 159 kilograms dry weight, a level of exotic material use unprecedented in production motorcycles and more common in prototype racing. Number 91. Ducati's partnership with Mercedes-AMG to produce the Ducati Daval AMG Special Edition in 2011 was criticized by Italian purists as diluting the brand's heritage, though the limited production run sold out almost immediately despite the controversy. Number 92. Ducati's racing budget is estimated at 40 million euros annually for MotoGP, approximately one-third of Japanese manufacturers, but yielding comparable results, showcasing the efficiency of Italian engineering despite resource constraints that would hamstring many competitor programs. Number 93. The renowned Ducati sound is carefully engineered through exhaust design, firing order, and even intake tract length, with each model having a distinct acoustic signature that is evaluated by ear during development alongside dyno performance figures to ensure the emotional experience matches the technical performance. Number 94. Ducati has won more World Superbike manufacturer titles, 18, than all other brands combined, dominating production-based racing for over 3 decades despite facing competitors with much larger production volumes and development resources that should theoretically give them advantages. Number 95. Despite expanding production to Thailand and Brazil, every single Ducati engine is still assembled by hand at the Bologna factory, with each high-end model requiring 8 to 16 hours of assembly time through 12 distinct production stations before undergoing a rigorous 40-minute dynamometer test. Number 96. Ducati's Moto E electric racing motorcycle, which competes in the FEM Moto E World Cup, shares no components with its gasoline-powered siblings, representing the company's first step toward an electrified future that will eventually include production models for consumers seeking performance without emissions. Number 97. The average Ducati owner keeps their motorcycle for 7.2 years, significantly longer than the industry average of 4.5 years, indicating the deep emotional connection riders develop with these machines beyond their performance specifications and resale considerations. Number 98. The Ducati Museum in Bologna attracts over 40,000 visitors annually from more than 70 countries, making it one of Italy's most visited single-brand museums and a pilgrimage site for motorcycle enthusiasts worldwide who want to connect with the company's heritage. Number 99. The company's signature color is officially called Ducati Red, Rosso Ducati, a specific paint formula that has been refined over decades and is slightly different from Ferrari Red, containing more orange undertones to better complement the motorcycle's mechanical components under various lighting conditions. Number 100, Ducati produces just 120 to 150 motorcycles daily, compared to thousands from Japanese manufacturers, with each high-end model assembled by skilled technicians rather than robots, maintaining the artisanal production values that contribute to the brand's premium positioning. Number 101. When Audi acquired Ducati in 2012, CEO Rupert Stadler explained the rationale simply: Ducati is to motorcycles what Audi is to cars, a recognition that both brands represent the perfect synthesis of performance, design, and technology that defines Italian engineering excellence. Whether in 1926 or today, that pursuit of excellence remains at the heart of everything wearing the Ducati badge. Now that's all for this video, and now you know why their bikes demand attention with that distinctive L-twin rumble. Our channel is making similar noises for your subscription. Both are irresistible calls that enthusiasts can't ignore. Thanks.